Hello and welcome to the Joe Lewis Tip of the Month. Now, if you look back at Mr. Lewis's career, he had one of the best side thrust kicks of anybody in history, probably the best, next to Bill Wallace. Now, every time that I was fortunate enough to spar with Mr. Lewis, he always tried to hit me with this side kick. Now, what I'd like to do today is discuss how do we handle a good side kicker. There's really only three things you can do to a side kick. You can either block it in some manner, you can get out of the way of it, or you can jam the side kick. Whichever one you choose, you have to have something to follow. You can't just block, jam, or get out of the way and not do anything. You have to follow up. But let's talk about the defensive side. How do I handle a good side kicker? So I have my buddy Eddie here. If we're in a guarding stance, Mr. Lewis would always step really hard and try to hit you with that good side kick. So the first thing I would like to propose is we do some kind of block. And in this case, I'm going to do a pendulum block, which is similar to a traditional down block, but it's just like the pendulum of a clock swinging down, moving the side kick out of the way. Now, if you look at Eddie and I, we are turned opposite. We're both in a southpaw position. We can do this either direction, but for this demonstration, we're going to be in this position. When I do the pendulum block, I want to make sure that I hit the rear of the leg, the fatty, not the fatty part, but the gastrocnemius, the calf, so that I don't break my arm hitting his shin bone. So I want to always try to do this if he's turned in a position where I can hit the back meaty part of the leg. So let's see it. He's going to step, ready, hook, and I push away with this down block, pendulum block motion. Let's do that one more time. Ready, hook, boom, and I block it away. Now, if we were fighting, or if we're in the ring, once I block it away, I can reset and fire whatever techniques I want to fire off of the initial block. So that's step one. You can either block it. Two, you can jam it. So if I see he's fixing to throw that side kick, I can step in and stop him before he gets there. I like doing that. The only problem is with that, if you got a big, strong guy and you jam up, he may not fall or lose his balance, and he's right there on you. Okay, so then you're inside the pocket, and you're dealing with another whole problem. So that's okay, that'll work if you have to do that. The other option is what I like the best. He steps, I just step a little bit out of the way, and I let him fall, and let him lose his balance, and then fall right into my center so that I can work from that position. So basically we have those three things. We got the pendulum block, we have the jam, and we have the evade, which is where we step out of the way. All three of these, if you look at Eddie and I, we're working from the center lane. Mr. Lewis talked about center lane, inside lane, outside lane. I'm not necessarily moving lanes. I'm working in the center where either I'm blocking, I'm jamming, or I'm retreating to get that position that I need so that I can counter. All right, so I want you to have fun, work on these three drills, and you'll be a super black belt. We'll see you soon.